medicine that's biblical. So let's keep it light, let's keep it light, let's keep it light for a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the BCC is thrilled to present, straight from the pages of Exodus, Numbers, and Micah. She's got rhythm, she's got prophecy, and she's got a tambourine that slaps like a CeCe Winans praise break. Please welcome to the pulpit, Miriam.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It is so good to be here at the BCC, where the laughs are loud, the sandals are dusty. And if you act up, you just might get a 40-year time out. Too soon? Most people hear my name and think, oh, Miriam, the sister of Moses, the one who sang after the Red Sea thing in that movie. And yes, that's me. But that's not all I did, okay? I didn't just sing one song and call it a day like some ancient one-hit wonder. I had main character energy. So, quick backstory. We Hebrews had been enslaved for generations, 400 plus years, crushed under Egyptian oppression, crying out for deliverance. Pharaoh, he's like the back-in-the-day president of Egypt. He decides that in his opinion, the Hebrew slaves are getting to be a bit too many, and he doesn't like it. So what solution does he come up with? Kill every Hebrew baby boy. That's Thanos level extra. It was tragic and terrible. Many precious baby boys were killed. Wait, is this still a comedy? But many baby boys were saved because the Hebrew midwives, led by two God-fearing boss ladies, Shifra and Puah, decided to ignore the message and turn off notifications. Onto the scene in those perilous times, I make my debut. Enter screen left little Miriam. You want to talk pressure? Try being a concerned 10-year-old big sister on extreme babysitting duty. So mom puts baby brother in a basket, sends him down the Nile, and guess who couldn't help but keep watch over him? I follow that basket like a hawk, total focus, and the thing self-drives right up to the Egyptian palace. And I'm thinking, yikes, aren't those the very people we're trying to avoid? Then Pharaoh's daughter has a spa appointment at that very time at that very spot, and she finds the basket, opens it, sees the baby, and decides, I'm keeping it, and it shall be called Moses. I did not see that coming. Major plot twist. But without missing a beat, I step up like, hey, Your Majesty, want me to find you a Hebrew nurse for him? She's like, yeah, sure. Boom. Princess gets a nanny. Mom gets hired, like a proper paying gig hired, to take care of her own son. Serious win-win. That's definitely God's favor and some next level hustle right there, y'all. So Moses grows up in real privilege. But then he becomes woke to the plight of the Hebrews, and the injustice really begins to bother him. Now, Moses had a bit of a temper. One day, he happened upon a beatdown of one of the Hebrew slaves taking place, and he straight up 187s the Egyptian bully. Pharaoh hears of it and puts out a hit on dear baby brother, who ends up having to run for his life. A lot of time passes, and we wonder if we'll ever be free. Then, boom, Moses, whom we haven't seen for decades, rocks back claiming he'd found God. And the message is, let my people go. Pharaoh is like, nah. God starts unleashing plagues. I mean, national disaster level damage to the Egyptian empire. Water turns to blood. Frogs invade. Livestock drops. Darkness covers the land, and every time. Pharaoh refuses to let us go. He just keeps retaliating by setting outrageously unreasonable work targets for us slaves. Meanwhile, life for the Egyptians was getting really terrible, and I keep thinking, dude, how stubborn are you? Can't you see we're all suffering? Then, that last plague, the 10th one. That one really hit hard. Every Egyptian family was affected. We were spared because we followed God's instructions, but it really broke them. Pharaoh finally let us go. So, we collect all this back pay from the Egyptians and hightail it out of there. But Pharaoh flip-flops again and chases after us with the full might of his superpower army. We arrive at the Red Sea. No boats, no bridges, no Suez Canal, and all of us are stuck. Do we panic? Absolutely. But then God seriously upskills Moses, who raises his staff, the sea splits, and we walk through on dry land. Some next-level summer blockbuster practical effects, y'all. But then, Egypt's army follows us in. The drama and suspense are off the scrolls. And just when we think it's game over, boom, the sea crashes down on them. The entire army gone. Done. Canceled. Crossing the Red Sea was an awesome, truly life-changing experience. But do you know what the best part was? Leading the women in song and dance on the other side. We grabbed tambourines and celebrated like we just won the World Cup. I think I may have invented the first flash mob. That praise break was fire, y'all. Leading people through the desert for 40 years? That's not leadership. That's a man refusing to ask for directions. But seriously though, being part of the leadership team in a completely new situation was something else. Only by the grace of God, y'all. It was a lot. So, let's talk about my brothers. Moses, the guy who speaks directly to God, and Aaron, the high priest. People say, Miriam, you must have had such an easy time with two powerful brothers. Not so much. You think your siblings are a handful? Those years in the wilderness were no joke. Moses, always stressed out and busy with managing like 2 million complaining subscribers, while trying to download and install God's commandments and deal with his various insecurities, including trying to hide the fact that his glowing face filter was a limited time only deal. Unnecessary concern over optics, y'all. Aaron, great guy, solid communicator. But let's be real. He had challenges dealing with peer pressure and needed a little supervision. Remember the golden calf incident? I'm like, Aaron, how does Yahweh's high priest end up facilitating an idolatrous dance party orgy thing? He says, well, you see, so there was no Wi-Fi, and the people gave me gold. I threw it in the fire, and boom, golden calf. I'm like, bro, that's not how metallurgy works. That situation did not end well. And me? Just trying to hold it together with camp logistics, food and water considerations, nation-building concerns, and choir practice. With no Wi-Fi, it was tough. But there was that time I caught a little case of side-eye syndrome. So Moses had married an Ethiopian woman, and me and Aaron, already feeling a bit jealous of our celebrity baby brother. Well, we get a little salty. We start throwing shade, questioning Moses' leadership and his life choices like it's a badly written reality TV show. I'm like, God doesn't only speak through you, Moses, okay? Cue the divine intervention, thunder, cloud, and God basically saying, Miriam, check your sources and your attitude. Next thing I know, I'm buffering outside the camp with skin whiter than unleavened bread, looking decidedly lo-fi, giving remorse vibes. Not my finest hour. Aaron panics, Moses prays. God has mercy and heals me. Lesson learned. Be respectful of your leaders, even if they happen to be your kid, bro. And don't let petty block your prophetic. But what I love about my story is this. Even after I messed up, God didn't cancel me. He corrected me, then restored me. We all have moments where we miss the beat, but God, well, He's the kind of conductor who lets you rejoin the band. Life's a journey, full of rivers to forge, seas to cross, changes to manage, freedom to seek, and yes, family drama to navigate. But through it all, embrace the music and keep the faith. And if God can use a little girl to help rescue a deliverer, a worship leader with a rebellious streak, a sister who caught a case of unsanctified jealousy, I'll bet He can do something special with you too. So whether you're waiting for your wilderness season to end or celebrating on the banks of your breakthrough, trust me, He sees you. Thanks for listening. Shalom, farewell, good vibes, and God bless.
Join us next time when another Bible legend takes to the pulpit to share their personal story. Till then, go in peace, or at least try not to make things worse.
The BCC is recorded in front of a live virtual audience, most of whom managed to stay logged in. The views expressed by tonight's presenter, including any theological inaccuracies, do not necessarily reflect any denominational dogma and are purely for comedic effect. Any resemblance to persons living dead or resurrected is mostly biblical.
A cheerful heart is good medicine. That's biblical. So let's keep it light. Let's keep